seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off for MetLife. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Camara. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Jason Pinnock there on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Completes this one to Hill. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And that throw just too high for him. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. They run it from the gun with Camara. He gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Driving Dire Straits. It's 3rd and 9. Got his target. It's him. Think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
2nd and 3. Catch is made. It's Dylan Hyatt. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Good offenses, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that. But then go to work after.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Block looking to throw.
Oh, come
And they bring him
on.
down around the 34.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Let's go now.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Lante Taylor making a stop. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They go play action here. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Here's Locke. That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Throwing is Locke. Catch made. Tyrone Tracy.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Dives for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Giants finish off their opening drive. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Cano ready to send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. We've got a man in motion. Carr with it on 1st. Finds him over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. Buys time, rolling right. He's going to keep it this time. He's able to cross midfield before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. He even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
From the 48. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end, and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. Yeah, runs defense to make it a much bigger game.
Working inside the red zone. Coming in the goal line. It's an order. Grouping adds the extra point. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. There's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A handoff to Tracy. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. From the 34. Escapes the pocket. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down. He's on the move. And he'll go down. The Saints make the play. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. They give to Tracy up the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. The Giants using their 1st timeout. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To throw, here's Locke. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Willie Gay with the pick. And the Saints take over after forcing the 1st turn.
You are entering a military restricted area. Reverse course at once.
Trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage.
But it was kind of out here fucking giving my ass the blues, too. Because even though Alontae is a nickel, they don't let him play as well as he actually does in the nickel and the nickel slot, so I'm going to keep him out there. Gotta keep him on about there.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the Superdome.
With that bullshit.
And it's a pretty good return here, so we'll get this up to the 29. In motion left, Hill. Carr right away, going to look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Well, it looked like he had him for a second, but the razzle-dazzle will not work out. It's second down. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Now Carr. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Carr going to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Here's Carr. And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
And it's caught, the tight end Hill. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Hey, we're good, we're good. You're Mike.
To throw his Carr. hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. We're scoreless after one. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Stay down. 93. 93. 29. 29. That's it.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. They complete it to Hill. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Now Carr. And it's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Throwing now is Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on third and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. This is Derrick Henry. And the ball is knocked out. It looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh?
Worse?
Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. First and goal from the 6.
Down. Ready? Ready, we're good, we're good.
From the gun, it's a run for Camara. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
Carr now to throw. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now a 2nd and 6. Now Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Here's Jackson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Throwing is Jackson. He's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 47 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Tucker with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Now Carr. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And this one nearly intercepted. That one might need to go back to the drawing board. Almost a disaster. And it winds up just an incomplete pass, though. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now a first carry for their fullback. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 33. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Brought down by Willie Gay. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Jackson. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 58 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Carr to throw again. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
93. 93. 29. 20.
To throw, it's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Here's Carr to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Carr. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right now. Express. 637.
Carr going to throw. Back to Kamara for another catch. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Again, it's Carr. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 1st and goal, they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Carr. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints.
Because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game, and by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Now 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Now it's Jackson.
Bro, that's supposed to be a fucking pick all day.
He came through well with a nice pass break up there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson.
Bro, come on! It's supposed to be a fucking pick again.
Missed him, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. forced out to his left. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it. This time doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call. It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Bro. Dude, cut the fucking game off. Bro, you come out here with this OP-ass team, bro, and you cut the game off. I just stuck in the game when it looked like you done virtually fucking won that bitch, bro. What the fuck, man? These niggas is something else.